Magandang araw muli sa inyong lahat. Welcome sa ating channel, Sir Lopez Vlog. Sa araw na ito, pag-uusapan naman natin ang tungkol sa subject na obligations in contract. Subject ito ng mga estudyante na naka-enroll dito sa kursong BSBA. Gayon pa man, I advise sa mga estudyante ng criminology na panoorin at tapusin ninyo itong video na ito dahil bahagi pa rin ito ng ating isinasagawang pagtuklas ng bagong kaalaman. Sa ating pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay ay pwede nating itong magamit. Ang topic natin ngayong araw ay tungkol sa irregularity in performance of obligation attributable to the debtor. Okay, so hindi natin maipagkakaila na in every obligation, sometimes nagkakaroon ng irregularity. It is either on the part of the creditor or it is either on the part of the debtor. Pero sa pagkakataon na ito, ang bibigyang pansin natin is the irregularity on the part of the debtor. So ano ba ang isinasaad ng batas para rito? Silipin natin yan. Okay, so tulad ng nasabi natin kanina, ang topic natin ngayong araw ay irregularity in performance of obligations. Basahin natin ang Article 1170 of the new Civil Code. Article 1170, those who in the performance of their obligations are guilty of fraud, negligence, or delay, in those who in any manner contravene that in order of are liable for damages. So, gusto ko lang na pansinin ninyo yung salitang fraud. Okay? Kapag nagkaroon ng fraud in the performance of their obligation, the debtor is liable for damages. So, ang sabi ng batas, in the performance of the obligation, if the debtor committed fraud, he is liable for damages. So, ngayon, alamin naman natin kung ano bang ibig sabihin ng salitang fraud. In the case of Legazpi Oil versus CA, fraud may be defined as the voluntary execution of a wrongful act or willful omission knowing and intending the effects which naturally and necessarily arise from such act or omission. So, sinabi dito yung salitang voluntary execution of a wrongful act. Intentional talaga ang ginawa dito ng debtor na hindi niya gampanan ang kanyang obligasyon in a normal way. So sa madaling salita, kapag sinabi nating fraud, the debtor committed bad faith in the performance of his obligation. The sole purpose of the debtor here is to take advantage of the situation in his interest, notwithstanding the legal injury on the part of the creditor. Ayan, so para madali natin itong maintindihan, magbigay tayo ng isang halimbawa ng fraud. A and B entered into a contract. B will deliver furniture made of Nara, but B delivered one made of plywood. Fraud here is a malice. Okay, so that is an example of fraud. The agreement between A and B is to deliver the furniture made of Nara. Pero ano ang ginawa ni B bilang isang debtor? B, instead of delivering the furniture made of Nara, ang dineliver niya ay furniture made of plywood. Ito ay isang klase ng fraud. Okay? At ito rin ang isang halimbawa na sinasabi ng Article 1170 na kung saan yung debtor sa pagkakataon na ito will be liable for damages. Ano ngayon ang epekto ng fraud on the part of the creditor? Ano ang pwedeng gawin ngayon ng creditor? Okay? Number 1, the creditor may insist on proper substitute or specific performance. Mayroon siyang karapatan na i-insist yung napag-usapan nila ayon sa kanilang agreement o kaya to insist to deliver a substitute on the item. So the creditor has the option to insist the performance of the obligation o kaya sabihin niya kay B, kunin mo tong plywood mo, i-deliver mo yung napag-usapan nating nara. So the creditor insists the performance of the obligation. O kaya he will ask for a substitute. Palitan mo itong plywood na to, ibigay mo sa akin nara ayon sa ating pinag-usapan. So that is one effect of fraud. Nabibigyan ng karapatan yung creditor to insist or to ask for substitute. That is number 1. Secondly, rescission or resolution. Yan. So another option for the creditor is either to rescind the contract or magkakaroon ng resolution. So kapag sinabi kasi nating rescind, ipawalang bisa na yung kontrata, yung kanilang agreement. Okay? So kung sakali man nabayaran na yung furniture, ibabalik lamang niya yung bayad ng furniture at yung debtor naman kukunin niya yung i-deliver na niya. Kukunin niya yung i-deliver niya na plywood. Yan. So that is the second option, rescission or resolution. Magkakaroon dito ng dissolution of the agreement. So sabi ng creditor, ayoko nang bumili sa'yo. Kunin mo tong plywood mo, ibalik mo sa akin yung pera ko. Yan. So that is another option on the part of the creditor. Okay? So sabi naman ng debtor, o sige, no problem. Kunin ko yung plywood ko, kunin ko yung plywood ko, ito na yung pera mo. Bye-bye, adios. Okay? Hindi ganun kasimple. Kasi meron pang sinasabi ng batas sa Article 1170, in either case, either number 1 or number 2, the debtor is liable for damages. Pwede pa rin habulin ng creditor ang bayad damages sa debtor natin. So that is the effect of fraud. So ito ang gusto kong i-emphasize sa inyo, lalong-lalo na later on baka maging negosyante kayo o maging businessman. Alalahanin nyo na lang na on the part of the debtor, kung sakali man na hindi niya tinupad yung kanyang obligation at nagkaroon ito ng bad faith, then he is liable for damages on the ground of fraud. Okay? So, another example is kung halimbawa nag-order ka sa debtor ng 10 first class na wine, okay? Na sa inyong agreement nagkakahalaga ang bawat isa ng 1,000 pesos. First class native wine ang in-order mo sa kanya, 10 bottles, ang bawat isang botelya ay nagkakahalaga ng 1,000 pesos. Okay? Binayaran mo na ngayon yung in-order mo at nung i-deliver sa'yo yung first class wine na ini-expect mo, hindi pala ito first class. Okay? Ito pala ay ordinary wine na nagkakahalaga lang ng 20 pesos per bottle. So ano na ngayon ang magiging epekto nito? Since nagkaroon ng fraud, yung creditor ay may options. Una, to insist the performance of the obligation. Pangalawa, to rescind the contract or pawalang bisa na yung inyong agreement. Kunin mo na yung pera mo, ibalik mo na sa kanya yung dineliver niyang wine, plus number 3, damages. Okay? So ito yung tatlong magiging consequence ng kanyang ginawang pagsuway sa kanyang obligasyon. Okay? So that is all about fraud. Maliban na lamang kung may mga follow-up katanungan kayo, pakilagay nyo na lang sa comment section para babasahin natin yan at tatalakayin natin sa susunod nating pagkikita. Okay, so kung wala na kayong ibang katanungan dito sa topic na fraud, let's proceed to another one. That is all about negligence. Okay, so sa anong pagkakataon naman nag-a-apply itong negligence in the performance of the obligation on the part of the debtor? But before that, alamin muna natin kung anong ibig sabihin ng negligence. Okay, so negligence is the absence of due diligence. Okay, it is a conduct that falls below the standard of behavior established by law for the protection of others against unreasonable risk or harm. Okay, so another definition: a person has acted negligently if he or she has departed from the conduct expected of a reasonably prudent person acting under similar circumstances. So ito pala ang ibig sabihin ng negligence. Okay, so for example, you enter into a contract of carriage. Okay, sumakay ka sa isang bus patungong Metro Manila. Okay, so nagkaroon na the moment na ikaw ay sumakay sa bus, nagkaroon na kayo ng agreement or contract between you as a passenger and the company as the carrier. Okay, so under the law, the obligation of the common carrier is to transport you from your destination safe and sound. And your obligation naman is to pay the amount agreed upon. Okay? So in the performance of the obligation, yung driver ng bus company na yan ay hindi siya naging maingat sa pag-operate ng kanyang minamanihong bus. Kaya dito nagkaroon ng disgrasya at ikaw bilang isang passenger suffers injury. So in this situation, hindi niya nagampanan yung obligasyon ng company para i-transport ka to your destination. Because of that negligence, then the passenger has the right to claim damages against the bus company. O kaya kung gusto mo naman na yung driver ang managot, pwede natin siyang sampahan ng criminal negligence. Pero ang mindset natin dito sa ganitong sitwasyon, obviously, is to ask for damages. Bakit ka pa pupunta sa driver? You can go directly to the company. Ang magiging basihan ng kaso mo dito is yung breach of contract of carriage. Okay? Yun ang magiging gabay sa paghingi natin ng damages on the ground of negligence. Okay? If the person departed from the conduct expected to a prudent person under a similar circumstances. Okay, so halimbawa ikaw ay may obligasyon na i-deliver yung kotse sa buyer kinabukasan. Okay? Binili nila yung kotse mo. Pero ang agreement ninyo, bukas i-deliver mo na yan kasi binayaran na kanina yung kotse mo na yan. So, kinagabihan, since sabi mo naman, bukas i-deliver ko naman yan, dyan na lang yan sa kalsada. Okay? So, hindi mo na yan ipinasok sa garahe. Anyway, sabi mo, nabili naman na yan eh. At i-deliver na bukas, dyan na lang sa kalsada, bakit ko pa ipapasok sa garahe? So, kung sakali man nananakaw yung kotse na yan, then that is considered as negligent. Okay? So, negligence on the part of the debtor. Bakit negligence? Kasi hindi naman ini-expect, hindi naman ganyan ang expectation natin if that prudent person is acting under similar circumstances. Kung ikaw ang may-ari, hahayaan mo ba na ang kotse nasa kalsada lang? Siyempre, ipapasok mo yan sa kanyang garahe. So that is expected to a prudent person. Okay? So kung hindi niya sinunod yung expectation natin sa prudent person na dapat niya sanang ginawa sa kotse na yan, then he is considered as negligent. So, ang epekto ng negligence ay pareho rin sa epekto ng fraud. The creditor has the right, number 1, to insist on proper substitute or specific performance. Okay? So, halimbawa, yung kotse na deliver niya sana bukas dahil hindi niya ipinasok sa garahe, ninakaw, and the buyer or the creditor will still going to insist a substitute or specific performance kung sakaling makita kung sino yung nagnakaw at nabawi, the creditor may still insist the performance of the obligation. Okay, that is one option on the part of the creditor. Another effect is number 2, resolution or rescission. Okay? Sabi natin kanina, rescission or resolution, papawalang bisa nyo lang yung agreement. Ayaw nyo na. Okay? Ayaw ko na. Wala nang visa yung agreement natin. Wala na yung kotse. Ninakaw na. Okay? Yung perang binayad ko, balik mo na. Yan. So, that is what we call rescission or dissolution of the agreement or dissolution of the contract. Plus, ito yung plus under Article 1170, the creditor may ask for damages. What ground? Negligence. Okay? Next, delay. Yung delay dito, na-discuss na natin sa Vlog 39A at Vlog 39B. Hindi na natin ito i-discuss. Okay? So, sa mga hindi pa nakapanood ng discussion natin dito sa delay, balikan nyo na lang yung Vlog 39A at 39B. Nandito sa ating description box yung link. Okay? So, let's proceed to another one. And those who in any manner contravene the tenor thereof. So, if there is an irregularity in the performance of the obligation at hindi nakapasok sa fraud, hindi nakapasok sa negligence, hindi nakapasok sa delay, sigurado dito pasok na yung sitwasyon na yan. Okay? This phrase, in any manner contravene the tenor, includes any illicit task which impairs the strict and faithful fulfillment of the obligation or every kind of defective performance. So take note, illicit, hindi naaayon sa normal execution of their obligation. So illicit task, illegal, okay? Hindi naaayon sa inyong agreement. Okay? Impairs the strict and faithful fulfillment of the obligation. When the debtor fails to perform his obligation because of illicit activity or illicit task, then kung hindi man pumasok ito sa fraud o kaya hindi nakapasok sa negligence or delay, then sigurado tayo dito sa pang-apat na pagkakataon, pasok ang sitwasyon na yan. Okay? Ito kasi yung tinatawag nating catch-all provision. Nandoon na. So ito na ang pwede nating gamitin. Basta hindi nagampanan yung obligation ng debtor, then ang magiging ground natin ito ay itong panghuli. Kung sakali man, I repeat, na hindi nakapasok sa mga naunang nabanggit. Halimbawa, para mas higit natin itong maintindihan, naghahanap ka ng isang boarding house. Okay? At mayroon ka namang nakita, luckily may nakita ka. Kaya kinausap mo yung caretaker o kaya yung nagpakilala na may-ari. Okay? Ang agreement ninyo ay dyan ka sa kanyang boarding house for 1 year for the amount of, sabihin na nating 12,000 pesos, that is 1,000 per month. Kaya binayaran mo na yung 12,000 pesos, good for 1 year. Okay? So ayon sa inyong agreement, dapat dyan ka sa boarding house na yan for 1 year kasi binayaran mo na yan eh. After 3 months, okay, ito ng problema. Pinapalayas ka na sa boarding house kasi iba pala ang may-ari. Okay? So hindi pala, wala palang authority yung kinausap mo para ibigay sa iyo yung karapatan manirahan dyan. Okay? Definitely, there is already a breach of your agreement. Okay? So, pinapalayas ka na nga. Hindi mo naman masabi ngayon sa may-ari, may karapatan na ako dito. 1 year ang binayaran ko, hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin yan kasi yung kinausap mong tao walang karapatan. So, higit na may karapatan dyan yung may-ari, pwede kang palayasin dyan. Okay? So, ano na ngayon ang pwede natin gawin? So, 1170 na. So, wala naman sa fraud, wala naman sa negligence, wala naman sa delay. So, dito sa pang-apat, papasok yung sitwasyon na yan. So, hanggang dito na lang ang ating discussion sa topic na ito. Pagpapatuloy natin yan sa mga susunod na pagkakataon. Pero bago tayo magkahiwa-hiwalay, mag-iwan muna tayo ng isang study guide. Sagutan lamang ang mga katanungan na ito at ilagay ang inyong kasagutan sa link na nandito sa ating description box. Question number 1. Suppose the obligation of the debtor is to do something and he fails to do it or perform it in contravention of the agreement. What are the remedies available to the creditor? 10 points ang merit nito. Number 2, may an action arising from negligence be waived? Okay, explain. 10 points also. Number 3, define diligence of a good father of the family. 5 points. Okay, so all in all, 25 points. Okay, so good luck. See you again next time. Maraming salamat. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.